Hi. Hello and welcome to Jennifer's. I'm actually going to do a A4 craft with ribbons and paper. It's a simple flower, but with a few textured images parts to it. So in this kit today we're actually going to have all these little sections here. They've been pre-cut to recreate two flowers. One is a purple and one is the white on the petals. We've got some green leaves, the brown section of the, and we've got a strip of purple across the pot or the edge of a flower pot. So I would ask in a class, putting on one of the aprons. We have a whole collection of these wonderful things you can actually choose from. And I think I'm going to go with the kookaburra today. I'm feeling in a bit of a blue mood. Okay, so popping this on. With all of the craft sessions, I will actually offer everybody a different apron. So if they want to, they can match up with one of their friends. They can choose one that they prefer: cats, dogs, fruit, or birds. And what we're going to do is actually make sure that we've got the desk covered. I haven't put down protection on here today, but we're not doing anything with paint, and there's only going to be a slight bit of glue that's going to be holding everything down, and then we'll be popping it into a picture frame that I will be supplying as part of the kit. Okay, so I have taken a photo of this already, and each folder will have each of the parts. So the different parts of it will be a sheet which will be offered. You can have one or two different parts of blue A4 sheet to fit into the A4 frame. We will have a brown piece of paper. That's the one that you can actually cut to be the stem of the flower. You can have a brown or you can have a dark green. We will have some pre-cut sections of green for leaf, 2 leaves. That you can make 3 if you'd like to cut 3 bits, or even 4 smaller leaves out of those pieces. We're going to have 2 small yellow centers for the middle of the flower, and we actually only need 1 piece of the ribbon across the bottom, which would be representing the decorative edge around the top of a terracotta pot. If we have time when we're doing a session with other clients, what we can do is actually have a brown section across there and cut it to the shape of a terracotta pot. So if you'd like to have that, you can always put diamantes across the bottom. You can put little people in the pot. Lots of little ways that we can actually jazz up the basic outline of this flower pot craft. And sometimes it can depend on how quickly you can put the image together. And there are ways of varying it so that you can do it slightly different from everyone else in the class if you'd like to. Okay, so what we're going to do is show you. I've got a photo of this one already, so I'll include that one. But you can separate these parts here. Or actually, I might just do part of that one here. Okay. Moving this out of the way. What we're going to do is actually cut the stem of the flower. Now, this is pre-cut from A4 sheet, you can actually make do the drawing with pencil options. We can give you an outline, or you can actually have part of this already pre-cut. If you're not so confident using the large scissors, I can do outlines for you so it makes it easier. And if you are interested in doing more than 2 flowers, you can make smaller petals. We will have a couple of other ribbon types that you can jazz up your flowers in your pot. I'm just cutting out the sections for this sample that I'm doing. And not everybody actually is really good at doing gardening in real life. I quite often will plant things in my garden, and could be like a week later, I suddenly realise, oh, I haven't actually gone out and had a look at it. And at the moment, we're growing some little bits and pieces that we haven't grown before. Kids are actually really enjoying it, and I'll just grab it and show you. Quite interesting. It's actually carrot tops, and it's like the bottom edge of the leek. So when you cut off the top bit of your leek, these have actually been growing for about 5 days now, and they're actually coming up like a centimetre a day. It's really quite interesting. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is transfer these ones over. So with the green pieces, the leaves, they've actually been cut out from the middle of the green slices, green square, which just cutting along from one middle of the one square to the edge, and then back to the middle, the other end. So if you want to call that north and south, you can actually just go from top end bulging out. The size and the shapes of the leaves, you can make any shape that you would like. But we've just got the basic bowl kind of shape, and they can be placed anywhere on your stems, depending on where you'd like to put your flower. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is place the items on your piece of paper and then go through and stick them down. So across the bottom of the edge, we're going to put the purple ribbon across the bottom edge of the brown stem. So using your glue stick, which we can provide for you. Whoop. Okay. First thing we will do now is put glue onto this brown stem. Okay. Starting at one end, pushing the glue stick along so it gets the whole section glue, so it's all going to stick down. I'm putting it roughly in the middle, but you can actually put off to the side if you'd like to, or even on an angle, totally up to you. I'm now going to put glue across the bottom on the back of spotty purple ribbon. So this represents the decoration across the top of a pot. Flowers way across. Bottom edge. Okay. Smoothing it down. smoothing it down. Now it does hang off the edge on the sides, and we can trim that later, do a tidy up once we've got the rest of the flour on. Okay. Now each kit will have 6 purple petals. So that's the first flower that I'm going to put together on brown stems. I'm actually going to put it at the top of this one. I'm putting the petals slightly overlapped. They still need to be within the blue edges representing the sky. Now what I'm going to do is go back onto here and put a small amount of blue on the back of one purple petal, sticking that down in place, and each one after that be slightly overlapping. So it gives a more natural position of the flower. And the paper we have used has a slight graphic design on there, which kind of looks like little spots of dew first thing in the morning. I like to go out into my garden, and I'm always checking for caterpillars. And I definitely love that time of the morning when the sun's come up. There's that tiny bit of rainfall over the evening, and all of the little flowers are starting to open up. They've got a little bit of dew on them, sun shining through. That's gorgeous. And I've now stuck down my purple petals. Okay, on the purple one, I'm now going to put one of the yellow centers in the very center of the overlapped. Okay, and what we did was we used some gold, quite decorative gold and circular pattern ribbon. So I have cut, make that so you can see it, 2 circles, because I'm doing 2 flowers. So I'm putting glue on the back of this one. You have to be super careful because the glitter will come off. And then I'm placing that over the top of the yellow. It's not quite sticking, so I'm putting glue straight onto the top of the yellow center. Okay, so that gives the center of the flower a bit of a texture and a bit of shine. So if light is reflecting on your image when it's up on the wall, got a little bit of a shimmer. Okay, so that is so far our first purple flower, but the next one is going to be the white shimmery one, and then going to put some leaves on. But I'll do the next flower first. Okay, now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 pieces of petals. These are actually cut out from a strip of ribbon. Again, this one has a little bit of shimmer on it. Hold it up a little closer. Again, it kind of goes with a lot of the really nice purple and white flowers that I've got in my front yard. And I think it's quite a common kind of flower. I can't remember the name of it, but can find that out and make sure I put that in on the instruction sheet. So what we're going to do is place them so that the flat bit is actually in the middle and the point facing outward. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, now this one here, going to need, I'm going to put the yellow bit probably a centimetre from top edge of stem. I'll hold that up again and show you. So the centre of this flower will actually just be down a little bit on the right hand side of the image. Okay. And then I'm going to glue the rest of those bits just under the edge. So because this is a ribbon, I have to make sure that I've put quite a bit of glue on the back to make sure that this stays down. Okay. On the back. This is where it could get a bit sticky. Okay. Glue's going through here. I'm taking it just to the edge of the paper. Okay. Right. I think this one might actually be the trickier one to do because this ribbon is actually one with a slight pattern on it. Sort of loses it a little bit when it's overlapped, but I will still be putting the little shimmery gold circle in the middle so that there's a focus on top of the yellow section. That's the middle of, and making sure we put plenty of glue on this one. And say think this particular flower probably take a little bit longer to dry. So we will need to leave that one to adhere to everything. So at the moment, this is how it's looking. Sort of got your purple, dew, shimmer in the middle. Go with the decorative hot edging. And now we're going to put on our leaves. Okay. Put my pliers again. Paper is actually a lot easier to do. And right, just going to quickly finish up this bit and then I will unpack the picture frame and show you how it looks before I finish up. Okay, there's many ways that we can expand this image. many ways that you can actually add any other further touches that you want to. You can put raindrops, you can put sun in the corner. You could actually put little stickers of fairies, put a little gnome. You could actually add other little insects if you wanted to, or even putting a small bird might be sitting under your flower. We have a lot of birds in my garden, so I really would be interested in doing that one too. Now I am just going to place this final leaf. Okay, and what I'm going to do, what? Okay, just having a quick look to see if I've got the pen. I was going to, yep, have to do the pencil version. I'm going to put a line up leaf from the center, just so you have a bit more definition on the leaf. Of course, if you really wanted to get decorative, you could put caterpillars. You could do your grasshopper. You could even do your little millipedes along the bottom. And at the moment, I've got a lot of fuzzy caterpillars that are really getting into my plants. So every day I'm out there collecting those little guys. Okay, so what we have at the moment now, we're just going to keep it to the basics. And this is the 2 leaves, brown stem. We've done the purple flower with the golden center, and then a shimmering white edged ribbon flower, and of course the decorative section across the bottom. So now what I'm going to do is trim off the edge of the ribbon that we don't need now. Okay. I'm just going to pop the rest of the supplies back into here, do a quick tidy. Okay. Getting everything out of the way. Okay. This pitch frame comes with the wrapping on it, so I'm just going to take that wrapping off. This is a lightweight one, so if it's a seniors group that are actually doing, or people with sort of a few restrictions on what they're able to handle, like things that are too heavy or things that are too complicated to finish off, you might have a carer that's actually helping you with that. Okay, it's all good. Sometimes people can get through things very quickly, and that's why we have a couple of extra ways that you can extend an activity. This one here, going to, okay, I think it actually has a sticker on front. On the back. No, it's on the back. I think it's actually on both sides. Okay, so what we're going to do right now is place this one this is actually, it's a perspex, so it's not a glass. That's probably better if you are doing a craft with kids or people who might not be able to do a full craft session. Okay. What I'm finding right now is that I need to push down on it ever so slightly, setting the top edge in, bottom edge in. This one has little edges that we need to push the glass or the plastic perspex past to put your artwork in. Okay. Now this backing sheet is ever so slightly wider than picture frame. So I'm just folding this little edge down as I go, as I put it in. It's about 1/2 centimetre on each side. Okay. And now I'm going to put the backing in. Okay. On here. Okay. Taking a little bit longer, but I want to make sure that we've got the backing down properly. And there are white, black and green. There might actually be a navy coloured picture frame. So you can actually select the colour that you would like to have to go with your flowers. Okay. We have now enclosed our flower. Okay. So this is the final product. And I hope that you enjoy putting it together as much as we have. My assistant, Juliet, has been prepping all sorts of little pieces to go with this kit. And we would really like to be able to do that for you and your group. So you can contact me at yourelderstories@outlook.com.au, and my number is included in the paperwork too. So hope to see you again soon. I'm going to do another video with the next one. Thank you. Bye.